Well, they're out. They're out of the MLB playoffs once again. I'm talking about the Cleveland Guardians. So I don't know where to begin with this one. I don't even know where to begin with this one. Oh yeah. So, anyways, what's the word, YouTube? This is Respeller here, back again with another video. And like I said I was gonna make a rant video about, of course, LIL Man the O.G, of course, and Artwithme. Of course, if I don't, of course, LIL Man the O.G is the one who keeps calling real Caps fans goofies and casuals and fangirls, etc. While Artwithme is the one who is the reason why the historic regular season for the Cavaliers came to a heartbreaking close. So, okay, of course. So let's get things started. And a bonus, of course, we'll be talking about the Cleveland Guardians and of course the injuries that happened in the 2025 postseason. Now, let's get down to the real perspective. So, LIL Man the O.G, if you're watching this video, the real casual Caps fan is you, not me or other real Caps fans. And that's not an insult, it's a fact. You had the nerve to go on to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show and reply to me that the reason why the Cavaliers suffer another second round exit is false. That is not false. What in the name of Tina Belcher is wrong with you? Along with the poor shooting, Garland's big toe injury was the main reason the Cavaliers lost to the Pacers in the Eastern Conference semifinals, as well as Evan Mobley's ankle injury and DeAndre Hunter's dislocated thumb. And you also had the nerve to keep saying that Garland is injured every other month and in the playoffs every single year, which is a bold-faced lie. Garland was healthy in the 2023 and 2024 postseasons, and it was Donovan Mitchell and Jarrett Allen that were injured in the 2024 postseason. Like many real Caps fans said, Garland averaged 67 games, played from 2020 to 2024, and played in 70 of the 82 games last season. And shout out to chosen few expats for saying that. And let me give you the stats right now. The Cavaliers were 60-15 with Garland in the starting lineup, and they were 4-3 without him in the starting lineup in the regular season. And plus, they were also 3-2 with Garland in the starting lineup, and 2-2 when he was sidelined in the postseason. This means that the Cavaliers had a higher winning percentage with Garland compared to without him, meaning that the Cavaliers are not a better team without Darius Garland. Case closed. So this means, of course, as I heard, Garland will not play for the Cavaliers in their regular season opener against the Knicks on October 22nd. So of course, I expect the Cavaliers to get off to a somewhat slow start to the 2025-26 postseason. But of course, when Garland comes back, the Cavaliers are going to be unstoppable. So if you're saying, so LIL Man the O.G and all the Caps fans who are saying that the Cavaliers are better without Darius Garland, again, if you say that the Cavaliers are and will be a championship team without Darius Garland, you obviously haven't watched the 2024-25 Cavaliers team and are still focused on the 2023-24 Cavaliers team. And don't you dare say that the Cavaliers blew out Miami. by a combined 92 points in Games 3 and Game 4 because they were much better without Darius Garland. They blew out Miami by a combined 92 points in those games because the Cavaliers were the better team in the first round, obviously, and the Miami Heat had absolutely no business being in the 2025 postseason because they won 37 of the 82 regular season games and were the 10th seed in the East. If you don't like real Caps fans like me spewing out the truth about Garland to you, then you might as well deal with it because you are always spewing out false narratives about Garland. The 9th commandment in the Bible says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor." And of course, one of the main reasons why the Cavaliers kept lost in the second round against Indiana was because, of course, Kenny Atkinson kept choosing to start Max Strus at the 3 instead of DeAndre Hunter. And of course, Max Strus is a backup too, is a backup shooting guard, not a starting small forward. So I don't know why Kenny Atkinson had to keep starting Max Strus at the 3 in the playoffs instead of starting DeAndre Hunter. Of course, plus, after LeBron James left the Cavaliers for the Lakers, Kobe Altman made some moves that turned the Cavaliers back into a playoff team, such as drafting Garland in 2019, getting Allen from the Brooklyn Nets, and drafting Mobley in 2021, and trading for Mitchell in 2022, forming the core 4. And Garland is Cleveland's best point guard, as there were many games that the Cavaliers won last season because Garland stepped up. The Cavaliers had 34 games last season where they were in clutch situations, and they won 25 of those 34 games. So that's why many real Cavs fans are saying that Garland should be named Clutch Player of the Year. Again, Kenny Atkinson, on the other hand, was in his first year as head coach for the Cavaliers, and most head coaches don't win a championship in their first year on the team. Of course, and shout out to Steve Kerr, Tyronn Lue, and Nick Nurse for winning a championship in their first years with the Warriors in 2015, the Cavaliers in 2016, and the Raptors in 2019, respectively. The Cavaliers will, however, win a championship with the Garland and Mitchell backcourt in this decade. Shout out to Dear Moss for saying that. Okay. Now, next up is You Are With Me. During the spring 2025 semester, you have caused a lot of turmoil for me, which started with when you decided to call and text me numerous times while I was taking a shower after I explicitly ordered you not to, which resulted in the Cavaliers' 12-game winning streak getting snapped by the Indiana Pacers on January 12th, and ruled from the team being 3-5 from January 12th to January 25th. This included me giving you first strike after the Cavaliers' 12-game winning streak got snapped by the Pacers on January 12th, followed by getting blown out on national television by the Thunder on January 16th, and losing 3 in a row to the Houston Rockets and Philadelphia 76ers from January 22nd to January 25th. Of course, then during Cleveland's franchise record 60-game winning streak, Chase closed my account that my mother set for me. All because I told your stubborn behind numerous times that I'm not supposed to make any transactions that could put my account at risk for closing, yet you refused to listen to me and still forced me to do those transactions. Then in March, you had the nerve to start exhibiting rude and disrespectful behavior towards me, including calling me an a-hole, and I had to throw a lot of raging mental breakdowns because not only did you make the Cavaliers lose to the Orlando Magic on March 16th to have their franchise record 16-game winning streak snapped, you also made them lose the first 3 games of their West Coast road trip to the Cavaliers on March 18th, the Clippers to the Kings on March 19th, and to the Suns on March 21st, therefore making them become winless during that week. You have also cost the Cavaliers important victories on April 6th against Sacramento and on April 10th and April 13th against Indiana. Therefore, I had no choice but to turn on Do Not Disturb and turn off notifications for messages during church and classes as the 2024 NBA postseason closed in. And therefore, the Cavaliers swept the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference first round, obviously because the Cavaliers were the better team against Miami. When Cleveland lost the first 2 games of the second round, Indiana, obviously because of you are with me, I had to step away from you for the rest of the 2025 NBA postseason, because you were the reason the Cavaliers were 0 and lost the first 2 games against the Pacers in that round. Mainly due to you continuing to force me to go to a Chase Bank in Montgomery to cash a $1,500 cashier's check. Even though I kept telling you that finals week was around the corner, meaning more studying and less fooling around. And then on the evening of May 13th, being down 3 games to 1 and being on the brink of elimination after not showing up in Game 4 on Mother's Day because of my older brother George, the Cavaliers were doing great as they were leading the Pacers by as many as 19 points. But then all heck broke loose when you and your business partners decided to call and text me during the second half of the game behind my back, resulting in the Cavaliers losing Game 5 to lose the series 4 games to 1, and the Cavaliers being an atrocious 2-7 against the Pacers. Following the game, a very furious and extremely disappointed me decided to make the final decision to break up my partnership with you in retaliation. What else? Okay, I also took my frustration out on you because I have told your stubborn and rebellious behind numerous times not to call or text me while I'm in class or watching Cavaliers games and running my Cleveland music playlist. Yet you kept refusing to listen to me and kept disrespecting my free time, meaning that you clearly don't care about my education here at NIU, my financial situation, or my Cleveland or my Cavaliers. I should have ended my friendship with you by blocking you from messages after you made Darius Garland miss those clutch free throws against the Rockets on January 12th by calling and texting me not only during the Cavaliers game, but also while I was in class for Tech 391 that night. So right now, anyone on YouTube who has a Divine Art account, who also has a Divine Art account, I made a journal on Divine Art highlighting all the turmoil that Artwithme put me through during the spring 2025 semester. If you'd like to see that, the link is in the description below. Okay, so here's a bonus. Like I said before, after Stephen A. Smith forced Garland to get his butt out there and play, no matter how severe the big toe injury was, he received surgery shortly after. And now he won't make his season debut until November or December. And let me provide you with other examples of players who played through injuries and it got worse. Of course, Kevin Durant played with the calf injury in Game 5 of the 2019 NBA Finals against the Toronto Raptors, and it turned into an Achilles injury. Damian Lillard played with the DVT, deep vein thrombosis, blood clot in his calf against the Pacers, and it turned into an Achilles injury. Jason Tatum played with a calf injury against the Knicks, and it turned into an Achilles injury. Lastly, Tyrese Halliburton played with a calf injury and against the Thunder, and you guessed it, it turned into an Achilles injury. All of these examples are why you do not play while you're injured, because if you play while you're injured, your injury will go from bad to worse. And now here's the bonus. Okay, so like I said earlier in this video, the Cleveland Guardians are officially out of the 2025 MLB playoffs thanks to a loss in Game 3 to the Detroit Tigers. I mean, I don't even know how the Guardians got in the playoffs, because of course I expected them not to make the playoffs after they lost 10 in a row over the summer. So for the Guardians to be here in the playoffs is a straight up miracle, obviously. But of course they are out of the playoffs. However, I don't know about my hometown team, Chicago Cubs. Of course they're playing against the San Diego Padres in the NLC in the National League wild card round. I don't know about them. So, Little Man the O.G., if you dare come onto my channel and say anything disrespectful about what I'm saying in this video, you will be blocked from my channel without warning, no exceptions. You said that changes must be made to this Cavaliers roster, and that's exactly what the Cavaliers did this offseason. Of course, such as re-signing Sam Merrill, trading for Lonzo Ball, bringing back Larry Nance Jr., of course, finally signing a backup center in Thomas Bryant, as well as signing Killian Hayes from the Brooklyn Nets, and of course, and of course extending Kobe Altman, Mike Gansey, and the rest of the front office through the 2029-2030 season. Bottom line is Garland and Darius Garland and Kenny Atkinson and Kobe Altman are not going anywhere. And Kobe Altman has been extended, like I said earlier. And if you choose not to watch the 2025-26 Cavaliers because Garland is still on the team, that's your prerogative. But don't you dare go on any YouTube channel covering the Cavaliers, such as Cavs Digest, Locked On Cavs, Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, etc., to spew any false BS about Darius Garland if the Cavaliers don't win the championship next summer. Of course, as for you or with me, the next 5 semesters will be very rigorous and intense after the fall 2025 semester. And I will also have a lot of assignments and projects to do. So that's why I decided to put you on the block list, which I should have done after you made the Cavaliers get held off by the Houston Rockets on January 22nd. Anyway, that's all I have to say right now. If you guys, the real Cavs fans, like this video, be sure to leave a comment in the description below. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. As I said, the reason why I did not make a video like this over the summer or during the spring 2025 semester, of course, I did not make a video about this during the spring 2025 semester because I had trouble. Of course, let's just say again, the reason why I did not make a video like this during the spring 2025 semester is because I had trouble with my mental health, and it was I could not also make a video during this about like this during the summer because of my older brother George forcing me to work out, doing the stairs every single day, which I did not do, obviously, and of course applying for internships related to my major of electrical engineering. This is Reese Butler signing out.